For the second year in a row, we are talking about the Boston Bruins being eliminated from the playoffs when I told everybody all year that they would be fine. Shows you how smart we are, huh? What's happening, everybody? What's cracking? I went in the creek with Tommy C. Why is somebody calling me at this fucking time of night?
Uh-oh.
That's a first. Ah, fuck yourself. I'm not getting it. I have more important things to do. Like pretend I'm a YouTube star.
There you go.
Yeah. Frenchie Ben in my creeks as well as that. Now it's starting to fucking drive me batshit. I wonder if somebody will just keep calling back and make me fucking crazy. I never had a problem before. Never had this problem.
It's right. How you get what you want. You just keep doing it until they acquiesce.
Yeah, I know. And then I'll get another call in a few minutes. Oh, God, I hate that. Boston Bruins. Huge loss yesterday. Boston Bruins dropped a shutout loss to the Carolina Hurricanes, which pushed them in a position where, as Jack Edwards says, we need help. The Boston Bruins need help now. Why 2 years in a row? Or is it just boiled down to this? Was the Sagan trade the worst trade in the last 20 years? Oh, that had to be.
It's gonna pan out that way.
It's just looking like that. Like, I mean, you have Louis Anderson on there. I mean, I think it's fair to say that Sagan's a franchise player.
Yeah.
Firepower is an issue. You know, I'm watching them in the shootout. I mean, they don't have anybody that can do a dipsy doodle or a nice toe drag or a dangle. They don't got anybody in that lineup. That's not the way that team was built.
Yeah.
And, you know, here we are, second year in a row. I figured they'd be fine through experience. No. And Louis Eriksson, he's good. He's good forward, but he's not fucking great. That's
the team got old. The team changed, tried to change philosophies after it didn't want to change philosophies.
Yeah.
It's very weird. But, you know, they're tied right now at Detroit and Philadelphia. They got 2 games left. The other teams have a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they
essentially have to win out, though, now.
They need to do their part. They need to win out, and Detroit is a huge game. So, they are playing Detroit. They got one with Detroit and then Ottawa.
Tonight is, like, the hugest game ever. Frenchie, Ben, what do you think about those Bruins?
The Bruins, as you said, were really well built. When we think about the Sagan trade, we only think about Eriksson, but at the same time, they got Riley Smith, who became now... which one of the A's? Jimmy Hayes. And also there is the young defenseman, Joe Morrow. So the trade is, I get what you say.
Yeah, it's just like,
I'm sorry. One thing I don't get, it's not the first time you say that, guys, that it's an old team. And to me, it's not.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It certainly was before they made the...
It is an old team. Even
Bergeron trade.
Bergeron's no kid. Marchand's one of the youngest, most effective players in the team. He's pushing 30.
Yeah, but they're 27, 28, 29.
Yeah, it is.
I get you, because Seidenberg is maybe 34 and Chara is old. But the rest of the team is...
Cherry's as old as me. It's ridiculous. Or he's a year younger than me. It's ridiculous. Here's the thing. I always hate seeing this stuff. I always hate seeing stuff. It's like, well, it would be better to Boston to lose out because it's not in the spirit of any kind of sport that I know. It pisses me off, actually. Yeah. They're probably right. I'm not saying lose, and I wouldn't forgive the Bruins if they lost a game on purpose. I think they should try to make the playoffs, but they're probably right. This team needs to be disbanded. I mean, it's starting to look like not only is the Sagan trade unbelievably stupid. This is a guy that could have built a franchise around, right? Yeah. Not getting rid of Zdeno Chara is starting to look stupid. His value just goes down. Although he might have actually, if the Bruins make the playoffs, last night, Chara made an unbelievable save in front of the net. And due to his size and his stick, he'd just be able to shovel it out there. It would have been gold for anybody else. And I'm not saying he's not effective, but why he had value if you really wanted to add to that team. And there's the identity crisis they've had since they lost in 2013 to the Chicago Blackhawks. Will the Bruins make it? I'm going with no.
That's the question.
I'm going with no. Look, Flyers have the momentum, and Detroit's a better team. No, they're not. They're done the second year in a row, and maybe this will change things over there. I don't know.
Up till yesterday, I thought that they would be in, but with that loss, no.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Say it again, Frenchie Ben.
I thought up to till yesterday that they would be in the playoffs, but with that loss against Carolina,
now they need help. Here it is. If Boston wins out, they have 95 points, assuming they're both regulation wins. If Detroit beats the Flyers and the Rangers in regulations, they'd have 95, breaking the tie for third in the Atlantic. If the Bruins beat the Wings on Thursday, wow, they all play each other too. That's kind of funny.
That's the big thing here.
Yeah, Thursday's huge. Tomorrow, they hold the second tiebreaker if the teams end up in the points and ROW, which I don't know what the fuck that is, which could happen. So I'm going no. And God, if Philadelphia wins tonight, who do the Bruins root for? It doesn't really help them. It really doesn't help them either way.
Absolutely, they do have a rooting interest tonight.
I think
Boston will win. They're rooting for Philadelphia. I'll tell you why. They're rooting for Philadelphia because Boston's got a back-to-back right now, tonight and then tomorrow against Boston. If Detroit loses both of those games, Boston and Philadelphia more than likely go to the playoffs. So they're rooting for Philadelphia tonight because they can handle their own destiny on Thursday. So I don't know. They need Philadelphia to win tonight.
At least we have game that matters.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't it feel like that a long time? And I get the feeling I'm not going to be disappointed. We're going to get a playoff type. We're getting some playoffs tonight. We're getting a little early look at the playoffs.
It essentially is.
It is. It's going to be good stuff. How wonderful is that to have that on a Wednesday night rivalry? Big game. And Flyers tend to show up for big games. It's huge. Huge. I think the Bruins, they bit the they lost first. And unless something absolutely bizarre happens, that's the way it's going to be. Tommy NC 2010 and all the other callers, please hang on until we finish this little segment. I'd be happy to put everybody on. The big Tommy head that I am. I'm such a big Tommy head.
Aren't we all?
Yes. I'm such a big Tommy head. They named me Tommy.
Too bad your video didn't get picked. I know you really wanted to win that contest.
Which video? What video?
Don't act like you didn't submit a video to the Tommy Head of the Week category.
Oh, no, I didn't. I might now. Actually, something else is coming. Actually, something else is coming out dead on Dave. It's actually kind of important. But yes, Tommy actually NC is doing me a huge, huge favor, not only for me, but for my family.
Really?
And it's coming up real soon. And I talked to Hamza today, and so we're going to make that announcement. You guys hold off. I still got to do a hockey show. And it's kind of depressing. So I don't want to derail this whole thing. It is. It's so tough to do. You want to use this medium to get important messages out, and I also want to be a jerk off on cam and talk about hockey.
Yeah.
It's one of the two things. But
it's a balance.
Yes, it is a balance, but I like to think the important things are first. As for the Flyers, they got Detroit tonight, of course. They are tied with the Bruins with 41 points. They are still on a path that leads them over Philadelphia. Boston is. But it would likely taking them winning out. So, they still need help. But I guess a tie is unacceptable for Philadelphia because I guess Boston has the better record.
Yeah.
I just think that Philly's going to pull this out. I don't know why.
Philly's got 4 games. They got Detroit, Toronto, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders. They got the most potential points left of any of the teams playing. So, if they win out, nobody can touch them. If they win out, they're good. They got 97 points. They're fine. No one can touch that. They got the most games to play.
I really wonder what's going to happen.
99 points.
What's going to happen there in Boston after they all leave? I think it's really interesting. What's going to happen with the Bruins? An era is over there.
Oh yeah.
We saw some. I really thought the Bruins were going to be safe all year, and there was times they're playing quite well.
There was times they played really badly too. Though.
Yeah, well, that added up in the end. But
if they don't make it, I'm sure that Claude Julien is out.
Oh, yeah, it probably goes without saying.
They seek for a reason to do it.
Yeah, I suppose. He's probably not the problem, but it's not even that whether he's good or he's bad or he did a good job or a bad job. It's time to clear the deck and get rid of 2011. Lucic is gone. Sagan's gone. Some key pieces, and everybody's older. In fact, they're
it's
5
funny.
years
We
older.
talk about this team not having identity and not having firepower. They are 5th in the league in scoring.
Yeah, when I say firepower, I suppose you're right. Because it's funny. Don Cherry wrote this about Tuukka Rask, and this could be the reason. He writes this: no more goals in Florida, Tampa, Detroit, and Rangers. They put it on their goalie Tuukka Rask. He can't stop a beach ball. Got pulled yesterday. The great John Cherry, everybody.
The great Don Cherry.
Well, that gets into Rask. I mean, he had a nice Vezina season. No one would say he wasn't the best goalie this year. There's been a lot of criticism in the Boston papers that he just ain't that good. It was a fluky season. The Boston fans have, I don't know, love-hate, but a confidence issue with him. Yeah. Is he their problem?
They played him weird this year, man. They kept playing that kid a lot, that Gustafson, I think his name is.
Yes, they did, and he played well at times, too.
He did, but he also had some times where he was shit in the bed for him as well, and it just, I don't understand, at the very least, why not ride Rask? And if he's not the guy, this year was not a guarantee anyway. This was not a year where a lot of people had them going for a deep run. You got to find out. I think you ride Rask and find the fuck out what you have.
I think we found out either way, and they're going to find out they're not.
The guy has played really well at times this year, too.
I know. I don't know what the thing with Tuukka is. I don't freaking get it. I don't know. Let's put Sosa in, and then I'll put Tommy and C on.
At one point, I was thinking that Rask and Crawford were kind of the same, but in the last 2 years, to me, Crawford is the better one.
Crawford got a bad media rep. That's really what it's coming down to. Crawford's the real deal. All right, Kevin, you're going to be playoff list like Frenchie Ben over here. You've been goofing on him, and you're probably getting what you deserve. What are your thoughts?
Well, you were asking who do you think Bruins fans should root for? And today, I think it's got to be the Flyers.
It's got to be the Flyers because you got to
win. If the Flyers win in regulation, so Detroit escapes with no points, the Bruins, I believe, will take the third spot because they have more wins.
I think I read that. Probably not didn't say it correctly, but you're 100% correct, Kevin says. So, yeah, you're not going though. It's over.
Yeah,
Philly's going to win tonight.
We have to win. We need to beat Ottawa and Detroit. And then I need your Rangers to beat Detroit. And
it's not a guarantee. I'll be honest with you. I turned them off yesterday. I started watching. I was like, this is fucking. They're down 2-0. Lo and behold, I put on the Bruins, which is a more interesting game, and they come back and win. Damn Rangers. They sucked last night. They sucked, and then all of a sudden, Islanders too. Oh my God, 2 horrible periods against the Capitals. All these pops too. And I was like, this is over. Nope. Brendan Holtby has to put it off another day if you get the single singles record. You know? Nope.
Yeah, then don't watch that game against Detroit then.
All right. Why didn't you update your Skype? I told you so.
Because it doesn't say anything to update it.
It certainly does fucking say you need to update. It says it right there. Kevin Sosa needs to get the latest Skype to use group video.
I don't understand. I have
click on tools, go to options, and then update. Or actually, no, click on help. And go to update. There you go.
Help, check for updates.
Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah, you sure do.
You do. My God.
You gonna watch you gonna watch a game with me? We're gonna do the special broadcast tonight.
I'll try to make part of it because I'm not gonna be home for most
practice?
of the game.
You got practice?
No. I need to go visit my grandfather in the hospital first.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. You told me that. I give me your best.
Yeah, thank you.
Now that we're doing sad stuff, Kami, might as well call in. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So you were saying something about Tommy NC. He's in the chat.
Yes, he is. He's trying to call in, too.
Oh. Yeah, and he's about to stop calling in.
In fact, do you have 100,000 subs, Kevin?
Boom.
No, you don't. Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised you take
Watch Tommy not call
first.
back in. Watch Tommy call back in. I don't know who's fucking calling here. It's getting me mad just thinking about it. How dare they call me? I don't have any friends. I don't want any. Jerk off. Last night, the Avalanche were eliminated from the postseason race. Kami, actually call in this time. I had to get the hockey stuff out of the way. I bet he doesn't call. Watch. And you'll be seeing the story of my life.
Oh,
this is the way it goes. This is the way it goes. The Avalanche are really eliminated from the postseason. They look like they might even beat Nashville for a minute. But they had to at least stay alive. And the funny part was Minnesota got blown out by San Jose. 3-0. So they blew it. Supposedly Duchesne and Patrick Waugh had a real big powwow. But, there's another team similar to the Bruins. Like, there's a lot of stars. Can't seem to do it. And I don't know, French. You got any ideas what the Avalanche should do? Obviously,
they still lack defense. What they should do?
Get Chara.
Because last year, was it last year or 2 years ago that they made the playoffs?
2 years ago. They're hot. One of the hottest teams in the league. Under Waugh.
Yeah, it was
2 years ago.
And it's a less mature team than Boston.
Yes.
So you got to let your kids grow and build your defense.
I don't know. And I think they you know what it is? Waugh set the bar so high with that amazing, unexpected season in 2013 that I think it's kind of hindered everything because they were obviously overachieving. It's not a very
team's just not that good, man. That's the reality of it.
It's not that good.
25th goals against, 18th in goals per game. It's just not a good team.
No.
It's just plain and simple. They're not a good team. They don't have enough scoring. They don't have enough defense. They don't have a great goalie. It's not a good team.
Tommy NC 2010, YouTube legend. I think we can fairly say that. Easily say that now. YouTube legend. What's on your mind, buddy?
I'm not sure which every sport was like hockey, violent, and, like golf. Wouldn't it be funny if golf was like hockey? It's not quiet. People are like hitting each other with the golf clubs, aiming the balls at each other's heads, and trying to make sure people can't really say forward, like, oh, and it's just like, oh, that was. It's an amazing time here on the golf course. I can't believe my eyes. He hit him with that ball right in his head. And now he's trying to put the ball in the hole. Oh, no. Now he has a concussion. Now he's coming over with the golf club and trying to nail him in the head.
I agree totally. What's your favorite hockey team, Tommy?
I'm trying to think of a boring sport that would be, like hockey, but you could make it aggressive. Honestly,
is hockey too?
I heard back in the day, Vince McMahon actually created a football wrestling event back in the day, but it actually fell on its face and did not succeed that well.
It wasn't a wrestling event; it was just a football league, the XFL.
XFL, I remember that time
miserably.
Oh yeah,
I'm Tommy. How old are you? Tommy, is he too young to remember that? Oh, God, I'm getting old.
I had heard stories about it.
He was like 10. He was younger than that. That was back in 2001.
Was it that late?
15 years. Yeah, because I went to the games in Vegas.
But they weren't that bad. I like that the coin toss.
They were fun games to go to, man.
Yeah. I had that guy that he hate me. He had that guy. That was funny.
He was on the Las Vegas Outlaws. Yeah.
The coin toss was. He ended up going to the NFL. That guy. I think he was the only one.
There was a couple actually.
The coin toss is the best. They throw the ball out. They should do that in real football. That was probably the greatest innovation in modern sports history in every sport. The XFL.
Something you do in your PE class.
You wanna Tommy? What's your favorite hockey team? Do you like the Carolina?
My favorite hockey team, the Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
He's not talking about Anaheim either. He's talking about the fucking movie Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks. What about the Carolina Panthers?
Tommy couldn't name. Tommy will not be able to name 5 hockey teams if you fucking offered him money.
Yeah. By the way, one of my real solid fans, Kevin Sousa, he just wrote me a letter.
I was going to say something the day before I left.
Sure.
Dave, I want your title, dude. That's an awesome title you have in your room, by the way.
That is pretty cool. I've actually had it around my waist. You know that?
Yes, you did actually, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I took all my clothes off and ran around the backyard.
That was a little awkward. My daughter did not appreciate that, but it was okay. We got through it.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Tommy?
What?
How you doing, big shot?
It became in the creeps.
I've been feeling amazing. I've just been trying to make content, and just make videos and just been rushing around like a crazy bee and making videos every day and pumping out daily vlogs and stuff like that. And just waiting for Playlist Live going. The road to WrestleMania is over, and now the road to Playlist Live is starting, and I'm getting everything set up, and I'm going to have my main event at Playlist Live, possibly.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you something.
What's that?
I saw you on the news, by the way.
Yes, I was on the news. I posted that video to my channel.
Yeah, I did.
I actually asked the news station if I could use that video, and they said, sure, you can download it and put it on your YouTube channel. So I actually posted that to my YouTube channel, and
yeah, they couldn't have stopped you anyway because they couldn't have stopped you anyway, Tommy, because the news is not. They can't hold you accountable for that. I forget the news is that's an exception, right, for fair use.
So and get this, the newspaper article shot a video on me, but the thing is, they won't let me use the video they shot of me on with their article. So, and then my person has been trying to contact them, but they keep turning them down.
I'd upload it anyway and see what they do and see the guy that they did the story for trying to help, and then they freaking give him a strike on his YouTube channel.
That would be funny.
That would be great. I'd upload it. Oh yeah, I'll fix your ass.
But Tommy,
I want to ask you something, Tommy. I want to ask you.
If they want ratings, they have to be on your channel.
Yeah,
that's right.
I got to ask you something, Tommy, and then I'm going to tell everybody what you're doing to me. And by the way, my one of my fans, Kevin Souza from Massachusetts. He's a big Tommy head, and he wanted to congratulate you on all of your success. So he keeps pestering me, and if he sends me another thing, I'm gonna really send a bomb to his house. All right, Kevin, I got that out. Here's the thing: I noticed in the newscast that they said in the newscast that both Leafy, they didn't name him by name, probably because they could have gotten in trouble. Sent the trolls or commanded the trolls to attack your channel, which honestly is not true, at least from the videos that I saw. My question to you is this: Did they ask you that question, or they just like put that in? They obviously just got it wrong. Is it just a screw up, or what do you think happened?
Well, here's the thing: he had a responsibility to handle his audience. And he started saying crap, and then he put a link to my channel.
Yeah.
So basically, he directed them to my channel by putting my link in the description.
But that's not the way, and that's what I figured you told them, But that's not what he said. That's not what was said in the video. This video, he was ordering, and which wasn't true, even though the guy's a total scumbag. But I was just like, I wondered, like, I don't know if you know this, I hate the media. I find them disgusting.
They're sometimes wrong in the news.
Yeah, I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not letting these guys off the hook. Let's be very clear. I'm yelling at the media for basically sweetening the story a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I noticed.
Yeah.
I just say sweeten the story.
Here's the thing. I hold nothing against Leafy, but the thing is, I actually left a comment on one of Leafy's videos. I challenged him to come on to Tommy Talks.
Oh, he wasn't.
And I said, if you don't respond, that shows me what kind of character you are.
It's a no-win. To be a little fair to him, it's a no-win situation.
Well, you're not there to win. You're there to fucking apologize.
Yeah, but that's not how these guys work. Think.
Even that H3 guy, I think I don't think he was trying to help you. I think he was trying to hurt Leafy.
Million sub channels, yeah.
These guys are horrible people. Horrible fucking people. That's what I've been dying to ask you. But yeah, in a sense, he did direct them indirectly, but the news story said it was kind of direct. I was just mildly interesting. All right, off to the happier but more depressing stuff. I have a cousin who has a cousin who I've never met. But they're only about, their home is only about 2 hours from where Tommy's from. And 8 years ago, my cousin's cousin, Jamie, went missing. And it's been and she's never been found since. And I talked to Tommy about it this morning, and since he's getting crap tons of hits, and he's getting crap ton of hits, and he lives in that area. He lives in that immediate area. I kind of floated that by that maybe I could cut a video and put the information, the phone numbers, and the backstory, because they did like an Unsolved Mysteries on her, and get that too. So I'm helping my cousin help her cousin, and Tommy agreed to it because that's just the kind of guy he is. And we're gonna. I talked to Hamza, and he hasn't responded back yet that I know of. But I think he got the messages, and we're going to work. And I just wanted to thank you personally because that's very big of you to help me out like that. I just.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a video, and we'll edit the videos together, and I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy C has an important message for you today, and then it will cut over to your video.
Okay, if you want to add to it, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with that. Well, it's only going to be me talking for like a minute, and then I'm just going to let the news do the work, and then put the phone number in there. That's what it's doing. But I thought that was very nice. Tommy just said instantly, and I'm, my cousin Whitney has been. The area that they're from is not very affluent, to say the least, and it's tough to get the word out. I've watched my cousin for the last years basically use social media the best she can to get the word out. And now that I've been doing social media for another 2-3 years now, and I got 1,000 subs. And then, one of my associates jumped up. I think maybe we can expand it and get the word out. And Tommy was like, and I wanted to thank you personally. So, and thank you for calling in too, because that's bigger than hockey and bigger than YouTube. And I appreciate that, buddy. You there, kiddo?
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right.
You're a badass
I
dude,
appreciate.
Tommy.
You're the best.
I appreciate that, man. But I have to head out right now. I want to thank you so much for letting me call in.
Thank you.
But I want to say
kidding me?
The most electrifying hockey show here, Tommy C. And check out the Dead on Dave show. It's electrifying. It's like an explosion in the mouth. Tommy C. You're here on Tommy C's channel. Remember to give him a nice little sub. And remember to give him a like. And remember, just pat Tommy on the head because Tommy needs it. Because Tommy's a good guy.
Right.
And also, give Dave a pat on the back also because he needs it too. Because everybody needs a pat on the back once in a while.
Yeah, especially Dave.
Yeah.
It's a big
You
back.
get the pat on the head, motherfucker. I get the pat on the back. And he's right. I am like an explosion in the mouth.
And Frenchie Ben gets a kick in the balls. How about that?
But
Pat in the
I'm
head,
keeping
pat in the
you
back. And
on the inside. Fact. Catch you guys later.
Buddy. Take care. Inside fact, baby. Right here.
The best on YouTube.
Best. He's a good man. But that's really nice. Me and Hams are going to try to work together and make this happen and get the word out. Because it just kind of dawned on me. I'm like, wait a minute. The 8-year anniversary is coming up. And, let's do something.
No reason not to do it.
Yeah, no, there's no reason not to do it. I wish I'd have thought of it earlier. I'll be perfectly honest with you. But it's good stuff. Let's get the news out. And the thing is with this stuff, it's just like, everyone's like, yeah, I saw her that day, but I mean, what the hell? I mean, she was just smoking a cigarette or something. It doesn't mean anything. You would be shocked how much that means to the cops.
Sure.
You would be shocked how much that means to the cops. Germinator. Hey, Germinator. The guy who, I'm not giving you an apology, by the way, Germ.
No, you don't. No, don't you dare do that.
Okay, I won't. Goodbye. No. But you were right. Maybe for the wrong reasons, you're right. And I think your source, I don't want to name your source because I don't want to get in trouble. I think he's ex-NHL. But your source, I think he saw he saw it, and he's like, that guy's not playing the rest of the year. There's no way. And that was what, January, I think? January, February, something like that?
Yeah.
So, it wasn't really unreasonable. And that's kind of why I went with it. Because if he's limping in January at practice, then, how the hell is he playing?
They still have not ruled him out.
No, I think finally today they did. I got a report today.
With two games left. What games?
They did.
Montreal's the fucking worst.
They did.
Yes.
Man, it's not the Canadian, it's the fucking Canadians. It's the Canadians this year.
Canadians. They're a bunch of fuckheads over there. I want to ask you, Germ, and then I'm going to go to Frenchie Ben, because this really applies to them. PK Subban won't also return for the rest of the season. There are serious rumors in Montreal that they're going to deal him. Matt Cazzar says to me offline, he goes, it is not going to work with him or Terrion. Somebody's got to go. This is a guy that couldn't get them past the second round, man.
Listen, man, if they do that, it's going to be worse than when they dealt Patrick Waugh.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man.
Probably.
Because we need him at defense. Listen to me, okay? Yes, he produced turnovers, like Carlson in Ottawa. And it's strange. In Ottawa, they don't talk about that.
I know. That's another story for another show, and I never understood that either. Go ahead. I never understood why he doesn't get it, but I don't want to change subjects. I'm sorry. That makes me crazy. You're actually hitting what's becoming a hot button with me. But go ahead, Germ. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like I said, he produced more points and goals than turnovers, so he's good for us. I don't know, man. They just don't like his style, and they want to put all this year on one guy, and they found PK, and that's
I don't get that.
PK for Keith. Let's do it.
Here's the thing. Before I go to Frenchie, all right, I've been critical of PK and his defense and his turnovers, all right? I never said he wasn't talented, and I do think, Dave, aren't they a little worse without him unless they can... I don't know, but I mean, who do you replace him with?
Like, PK Subban for Duncan Keith. Let's do it.
You know what?
All right,
if they got Duncan Keith, maybe, and it makes sense.
Yeah, maybe they would make a move like that, wouldn't that?
Because to me, if they trade the PK Subban, you have to get on that trade a big time defenseman, which makes it tough. And it's going to be tough to do.
How much you want to bet that Bergevin will blow it? And even if he does try to make a move like that, it'll just go, oh, we got to get him out of here. Look,
Jermaine, he's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, okay?
Yeah.
How many French people are available?
I don't know.
No, he's not going anywhere. I'm telling you. But you know what? Quebec Nordiques are coming back, so I won't care anymore.
Hopefully for your sake.
I mean, the fuck Canadians, man. I'm telling you, it's the fuck Canadians. It's the PG-13 Canadians. The fuck Canadians.
Will you buy a Nordique sweatshirt?
The Nordiques versus the Las Vegas slot machines. That'll be great.
Dave's new team. Yeah. If Chicago blows the cup this year, he's like, fuck it, I'm rooting for the Jokers. You know?
I'm going for the Las Vegas slot machines. There we go.
But Jermaine, do you think they have to move one of the two, Pacioretty or PK Subban? Because I think since he's captain,
they have to move the
maybe
coach.
there's a problem with their relationship.
No, they have to move the coach, and they have to change the captain for sure. I mean, it's the players that elect the captain this year. For once, can we choose the captain? For the right reason. Fuck off the players. Choose. I don't know. Choose Gallagher. Okay, I want a big guy as a captain. Well, you know what? It's not the right choice. So put Gallagher and just shut the fuck up and move on. Because
I agree with him. I don't even think it's a coach. I think it's management too. I think he cleared the upper management. I would be willing to keep this team if they could bring a better general manager in from top down.
And if we have a center man, a real center man.
Yeah. And I gotta be honest with you. You gotta wonder with Montreal, are they getting rid of PK because he can't speak French? I mean, you gotta wonder. And they can't get rid of Terrion because he does. I mean, there's not a lot of French coaches.
Serious talks about PK getting dealt in the offseason, and I would not be shocked if it happens.
That's crazy, but isn't that crazy?
Yeah, just because of the media won't have anything to talk about, so they will talk about PK and they will sell papers and ads, and it's the only reason. Other than that, there is nothing to say.
I often wonder if these guys encourage this stuff, make it happen just so they can sell papers. Because if PK leaves, that's a hell of a lot of papers to sell. Probably more if he stays.
Yeah, but he sells all year long also.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're shaking short term.
And to be real, in Montreal, everybody likes PK Subban. Except the players and the management.
Well, that is
exactly.
Might be a little bit of a balance now.
Well, I don't like hearing the players don't like him. I've heard a lot about NHL players. I mean, if the Montreal Canadiens don't like him, that's a problem. That's different.
That's the biggest problem.
That's the biggest problem. The management doesn't like him. I don't really care so much.
If you can't play with the son of a bitch, then you can't keep him. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck how popular.
So you think they should deal him if he's this? Well,
if there is a serious problem in the locker room between other players and PK Subban, and they're not going to be able to get this turned around in the foreseeable future, and I'm saying within the next 2 to 3 years, which I think the way this team is right now, especially if Carey Price can't come back and be Carey Price next year, there's a very good possibility that they're going to miss the playoffs again. Then yes, you need to make a move.
Yeah.
If that is the case, that he is having problems with other people in the locker room, then yes, gone.
We are speculating, I guess.
But you want him?
Guy wants to get rid of Duncan Keith. So
yeah.
You want him in Chicago?
I don't know.
Ryan McDonough. Give me Ryan McDonough, and I will shut up.
No, you don't mind. McDonough's hurt all the time. Ryan McDonough.
Hurt again.
God. This guy takes
if in that trade we don't get a Duncan Keith or a Oliver Ekman
Oh,
Larsson,
you'll get a lot. You'll get impact player and picks for him because he's a great player.
No, he's a great player. He is a great player.
I don't think his value is that far down.
Yeah.
We need a big time defenseman though.
Yeah. Anton Strawman would help you. You should make moves on him.
No, not strong.
He's fucking fantastic. Although he's probably hurt because he's on Tampa Bay.
I would take Edman, but not Strawman.
All right, listen. I want to end this because I want to get Dave. I want to get Dave out. I don't want to do more than 45. What is it? I don't want to do more than 45 minutes tonight. Nothing to do with Dave. I don't know why I said that. So I'll talk to you later.
Put it on me. I'll take it, baby.
No, I didn't. I got tongue tied.
I don't mind.
I got tongue tied. All right, Jeremy. I'll talk to you later. I'll be on tonight. All right.
See you.
Take care, man. Good call. Jerem always makes good calls. You know, Jerem is so funny when he's angry. I don't know what they're doing. They're fucking idiots. If he would just go on and yell in English about, I think he would get pretty big. You know,
fucking Canadians.
Just don't tell Greg Wyshynski you know me, and he'll probably post one of your videos.
Probably, yeah.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
And then that could be like a big reveal after a long time. Be like, guess who I know?
I don't want to get into this real deep, but why is Gerard Gallant not? This is Greg Wyshynski brought this up, and it's a good point. Why is Gerard Gallant not the slam dunk coach of the year? Gerard Gallant, of course, the Florida Panthers. And everybody's talking about just about everybody but him. Look, they're more than likely going to clinch. Take the Central. Is it Central? What the fuck?
Yeah, Atlantic.
Yeah, Atlantic. That's it. Same thing. More than likely going to take the Atlantic. Why not? Why isn't this happening?
2 words. Barry.
Hey, turn your radio down, Boyd. Sorry.
Hello. Barry Trotz.
Hang on. Barry Trotz. That's it. But, I mean, Barry Trotz has Alexander Ovechkin. This guy's got...
Jaromir Jagr.
Yeah, but he's 40,000 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there. Matthew Boyd, new caller. You're on the air, buddy.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
So the Bruins season, has it been upended? Well,
not official, buddy. Not official. Where are you from, by the way? I detect an accent.
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. Have you called? Are you? Are you the guy that roots for the Beerheads or the Beard Heads over there in the was it the EIHL? If I'm correct, are you? A big fan?
No, but we did have a team called the Brayhead Clan that had kilt designs on their shorts.
Yeah, the Brayhead Clan. They're still around. I have another Scottish fan that send me pictures when he goes to the games. I guess that's not you, but no. I don't think the Bruins are going to make it. They do need some help. Is it impossible? No. But I don't know. Like, I'm in Germany, you're in Scotland. We're like an hour apart. Are you staying up tonight? Because if you're a Bruins fan, a European Bruins fan, and I know what it's like being a European hockey fan, you probably got to watch this game because it's going to be epic. It's going to be crazy. So do you have to work tomorrow? Do you have to work tomorrow?
No.
Call out. Go on the dole. You know? I think you should paint your face blue and set your house on fire.
Like Mel Gibson.
And Mel Gibson, who's Australian. What the hell does he know about Scotland? I saw a great. I'm gonna goof on your Scottish because you're new and everybody's gotta get broken in. I saw this great I saw this great St. Patrick's Day meme. It says everybody's Irish on. I can't even do the stupid accent. I'll sound like Scrooge McDuck. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day except the Scottish. We're just Scottish. And then this guy with blue face paint.
Every day St. Patrick's in Scotland.
Every day St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. I have actually I have a Scot in my gaming team too, on my H1Z1 team. Are you a big Bruins fan, buddy, or what's the dilly? So how does a Scottish guy get into hockey? I mean, it's a little tough. I mean,
I don't know. Well, a lot of my friends were watching the NBA, and then I watched it, and I thought it was boring as fuck. So
that's right.
I love the way the Celts get right to it, and this is all of them: the Welsh, the Irish, all of them. It's boring as fuck. There's not enough people get punched. Yeah, you're a good Celtic kid. How old are you, Matthew?
21.
You 21? 21. Ah, okay. You like H1Z1?
Young man, jeez.
Nope, don't really play H1Z1.
No, you don't.
Play a lot of Fallout though.
You play a lot of.
Yeah,
Dave. Dave's your man. Dave's your man. You like wrestling?
Yeah, I love wrestling. I watched WrestleMania.
Dead on Dave Productions is for you.
Yes, my friend does a wrestling channel. It's great. It's almost as good as this one.
Almost.
He's got the JBL title behind him.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Matthew?
The JBL title behind him.
Oh yes, he's got the undisputed title. Yeah, he's got the undisputed title. That's the one Jericho wore, right? Dave.
Yeah, this is the undisputed championship. This is a nice little present that I got for my buddies in Iraq for my 25th birthday.
I ran around his house naked with that belt on. Do you believe that?
It's very disturbing. I bleached my eyeballs after that.
Yeah.
And the belt.
And I was yelling, "They'll never take away our freedom!" Dave was like, "Calm down, dude."
Well, I'm just really hoping that the Red Wings lose, but with the Flyers, they're probably going to win. Red Wings just have the most consistent playoff streak, really.
As a Bruins fan,
years.
I have my own opinions, but why do you think they've fallen? With the exception of the age thing, which we've covered that. Do you have any? Do you know why the Bruins have kind of fell so far, and now we're staring down 2 possible playoff misses? I mean, do you have any idea?
I think it's just we've got a lot of old guys like Chad, who's
probably just that simple.
Yeah, I looked it up during the course of this call. They're not actually all that old. They have an average. They're actually below the average. They're 27 and a half years old.
There's a lot of guys over there. They're 27. That's not bad at all, actually. But you know what? There's a lot of guys in there that've been there a long time, and I wonder if that's the problem.
A lot of tread on the tires.
Look, Boston's loyal to their guys. I mean, they get they were pretty loyal for a long time, but it seems like they've traded the heart out of it. The Sean Thorntons, the Sagans.
Oh, Lucic.
I understand they had to do something, but I mean, Lucic is like the last guy on my list. Lucic's got a shot at Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I was really surprised when they traded Lucic. I honestly thought he was going to be one of those guys that spends their career in Boston.
It's really funny how Montreal and Boston have so many similar problems as far as management and decision goes. It's bizarre. Enemies, but they're like of the same, like just a different end of the spectrum. Yeah.
Well, I don't know
Boston.
Montreal, who has a complete 180 turn. They went from having their best win streak at the start of the season to they're only 3 places above
in history. We're talking about the greatest hockey franchise of all time. That's not disputable. And they had the greatest start. You figure it was like Stanley Cup. Nope. No, sir.
And since the end of November, we are the worst team in the league.
That's something, John Scott. That's what you get for trying to be dirty.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, you kind of deserve John Scott.
Love it. Well, what we'll do is we'll try to bring him back for the last game or two. This isn't like the fucking Billy Goat, okay? It didn't work for the Cubs. It ain't working for you.
How dare you?
They brought the stupid goat back. They still didn't fucking win.
Matthew, I want to rock and roll. I got to get out of here, but I hope you like, sub, and share. And well, this show's on a reasonable time for you. It's only 9:15 over there. But I have to end it. I don't have to get ready for tonight. I'll be broadcasting all night, reacting. I'm gonna rip my friend off who's getting a lot of subs. That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Take care. No, thank you. Thank you, Matthew Boyd. Fucking what's his name's calling again? Souza.
Freedom!
He was new. He was new.
He was good too. It wasn't bad.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do. I've had enough. I got a big day ahead of me. You know what I mean?
You got a big evening.
I got
to
react. I gotta react. Fucking fall asleep with him.
You think acting's hard? Fucking reacting. Holy shit.
You're really on today. MVP for Dave. Everybody take his hands off. There you go. Very good. Dave's on. Dave is very.
I would take a trip around the bases, but I'm too fucking fat.
Dave, you really are on today. What's wrong with you? With you? Matt Duchene and Patrick Waugh talked out their differences after a head coach called out. Was called out forward Sunday for his goal celebration, according to the Denver Post. I wonder if Adrian Datter wrote that. I bet he did. He's my favorite.
He is your favorite.
Denver. Yeah, he is. Because he got in trouble for sending dirty pics or requesting dirty pics. He's
just bathed in hypocrisy.
Do you know, I don't think I ever told anybody this. I think he got in trouble. Puck Daddy piled on. He was asking for. I think he's married. That was the problem. And I cut a video, not in so much his defense for his behavior, but I felt that because he had said pussy the week before in a tweet, The word pussy. That's what I thought it was really about. And most of these, it was one of those feminist trap things. He'd said it in 2012, and they brought it up in 2014.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I cut a video in his defense and in Harrison Movie's defense, and he went off a line. He disappeared. He got a job at the Bleach Report, and now he follows me. He's never said thank you. He's never said anything, but he does follow me now. He's followed me for over a year now, and he answers a lot.
He's working over at the Bleach Report, huh?
Yeah, he's working on the Bleach. He's a great fucking guy, Adrian. Man, he's you know what it is? He's a big dude. I think he was probably ass of being an athlete, hair his ass off of being an athlete himself. So he says pussy and drinks beer, and he has a drinking problem, but he got it back to fucking together, and he's doing great. And he just wrote a book, and it's real good, and you should check it out. I wish I knew the name.
Love the research.
I'm not going to read it, but it seemed like a good book. I'd read it from Adrian Datter. He looks like a man. He would snap. He's like 6'4". This guy's a fucking beast.
That's a big guy.
This applies to Frenchie Ben. 30% drop in hockey ratings for Hockey Night in Canada. Guy named Gord Cutler. He's out in his ass. You know what the problem is? Rogers made it suck, and there's less Don Cherry. Equals more. We got to bring this thing in the future. We got to bring a social justice thing. We got to do that. No, you don't. You just got to do hockey. So they're going to blame this Gord Cutler jerk for production head. I guess it. Yeah, well, maybe he's a political whack himself. Just do hockey. Just get a bunch of guys in the room, have them argue about hockey. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Just like what we do. Except maybe don't curse so much.
Yeah, there you go. Don Cherry saves that for commercial breaks.
Yeah. He couldn't catch a beach ball. Why do you think? Is Rogers... It's really changed since Rogers got there, right, Frenchie Ben?
I think so. You'll have to ask Matt Kazar, because I don't watch Hockey Night in Canada.
Oh, that's right, because you watch the French version.
Yeah.
I bet that one sucks, too.
The play-by-play guy I don't like.
Yeah. Does he bitch about the tabernacles and Anglos?
No, he's all about the linguistic and getting the name right, and he doesn't know about hockey.
But he says the names. Well, they're hard names to say.
Oh, he says the names super great.
Do you know how many times I've said Patrick Roy to my brothers? Marc Messier. I caught that one too.
Marc Messier.
Yeah, Messier. Yeah, like Marc Messier and Patrick Roy.
I like them Patrick Roys and Marc Messiers.
Patrick Roy and Marc Messier.
Good players.
It's like because my wife said, she's like, you know why that's funny? Because it's Messier. It's not Messier. It's not Marc Messier. It's Marc Messier. It's Messier.
Messier.
Yeah. I don't know. Mark doesn't speak French either, so you picked the wrong Frenchie Ben.
Yeah.
Mark's about as Frenchy as I am.
That's right.
But I have more hair. That's
right. So you win.
I win. I go diamond.
But you have less money in your bank account.
I'm putting this bitch in my coffin.
And you never dated Madonna.
Who?
That's right.
Me? No, Sean Penn.
I think you, me, Patrick Roy, fucking Marc Messier, we all just go watch Hunchback of Notre Dame tonight.
I'm doing my Sean Penn face. You should see it. I wish you could see it. Watch it later. My ear's out. I could do that. My ear's out.
Your ears
looks out. Just like Sean Penn. All right. Well, anyway, it's a radio show, right? Can't do TV.
John Cena, motherfucker.
You can't see me. All right. Last night in the National Hockey League, there's a bunch of games that nobody cared about. I'll talk about the relevant ones. Carolina beats Boston in the shootout, 2-1. Boston needs help. Got to win out. Got to win out and get a little help.
I think they're going to do it, though.
Really?
Yeah, I'm picking them.
Would you put money on that? Would you put money on that? New Jersey Devils. Oh, New York Islanders, they clinched the playoffs over a shocking victory over the Washington Capitals. A shocking victory where they played like shit in OT, no less.
Yeah.
Ovi had his 46 and 47 goal. They still blow it. I got to be honest with you, Dave, and it's mostly because I'm starting to get a little nervous with the Caps.
I think that's fair. There's 3 games left. You sit Holtby for the next 3 games. Let him rest up.
That's another thing. He didn't win his record, and now they got to keep him in. It's starting to look disastrous. Are we? You know what I mean?
It definitely. There's no question. You got to start worrying a little bit here.
Screw the
Just
Cats.
A little bit.
Screw the Cats and the Habs. Let's go to my team. They suck too, but they managed to turn it around. I didn't even watch the game. I got sick of it in the first period. I was like, I know where this is going. Well, I was wrong because the Rangers won 3-2. Rangers won 3-2. The other one was the Colorado comes up short to Nashville. That's it. That's their season. And with put the funny cherry on top. Minnesota North Stars. That's right, I said Stars. And I'm going to keep saying North Stars, apparently, because they just made the playoffs. I guess that's a clinch for them. San Jose beats them. All they need to do is Colorado to lose. And we're good.
Five teams out of the Central. Only 2 teams out of the Central didn't make the playoffs.
Bizarre.
Fucking incredible.
It is incredible. Holy Christmas. And the rest of the games really don't matter all that fucking much. Tonight in the National Hockey League, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Knuckleheads are in Edmonton for a meaningless game. Boy, this is some night. Columbus is in Toronto for a... Oh, that'll be
That's a barn burner.
There's a barn burner and a half dead on Dave.
Good God.
Holy Christ. Jesus. But it doesn't really matter because there's only one game tonight, and it's going to mean something. It's going to be great. Shane Goss is feared. Claude Giroux, he likes to pinch cop butts. He's taking on Henrik Zetterberg, Pavel Datsyuk. Maybe it was the last time we'll see them together. You know, because they're talking about Datsyuk going there. And it's going to be a playoff game. This is a playoff game. I'm starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm starting the stream. I'm going to go buy beer, and I'm going to do a reaction video. And anybody from the team can be on. I will be sitting with some of the fans if they want to come in and sit. But, you know, I'll be rotating people in and out. The only guys that have seniority are the actual people that participate regularly. But if none of those jackasses call in, you can sit and watch a game with me. But you better be watching the game. Don't pull a Matt Kazar and say, "Oh, I'm not watching that game." Can you see him doing that? Like he never actually did that. No, would that shock you if he called up and he was like, "Oh, I'm not watching the Philadelphia game. I'm watching curling." Would that shock you at all?
I'm painting my toenails right now, Tommy. I'm sorry.
I wanted to do this yesterday, but it didn't work. Hey, Kevin Sosa, get out of my grease! I can't hear you, Kevin. I play the music very loud. No.